Everybody, welcome to Unfair Crypto Advantage. Today we are doing a chart analysis, and the chart we are looking at is Bitcoin against Tether US. So basically Bitcoin against US dollar. And this is the daily chart. So one candle is 1 day. And I got a few questions my opinion on where I see Bitcoin in the next few months. And as usual, this is not financial advice, and this is just based on my knowledge as a stock investor, as a chart analyst. I don't know if this word even exists. Okay, so we start by drawing in a support line. And the support line I want to draw in is this one. So, no, I want to have it straight. So if you look at this was the 18th of June 2022. This was the lowest low of the 18th of June. And this line worked as a support line, basically for now June to November, for 4 or 5 months. So if you say, why wasn't the support line hit several times? It depends. It depends. Support lines, how you draw your support lines is a very individual thing. I usually don't use the lowest lows to like here. If you see the white dotted line, the lowest low, I usually take the end quote over there and rather take this one. And if you and if you see this line, it was tested several times. This is something of a W formation, so the support line was strong and went up again, and then it was tested again, and it was tested a third time, and then it went up. Here the support line was tested, then it went up, then it was tested again, but it was already lower than here, then a strong not a very strong recovery, and then it hobbled along the support line, went up, and then it went through. Now the support line is not a support line anymore, it's a resistance. So when it goes up again, there will be a resistance, and usually when it hits a resistance, it is tested 2 or 3 times, and then it goes through or it goes down. So, and the biggest question is now, what will it do? Does it go down or not? And my opinion on that, and it's simply an opinion, it's an educated opinion, but it's an opinion. This is now a little bit wrong, but usually I traded when I was waiting for a wedge. And this is not a typical wedge. This is not a typical wedge. This is a made-up wedge. But if you draw in the trend lines like this, it's a little bit wedgy. And usually when the market comes down and there's a wedge, it keeps going down. But if this would be 100% correct, we would have been lower than now. So take this not only with a grain of salt, take this with a bucket of salt. But in my opinion, it's a bit wedgy. But what this really is a channel. So if we draw in a channel, a parallel channel, it makes more sense. So we take here the highest highs we have, and we make the channel with the lowest lows, sort of. Then you see we are in between a channel. And if you extend this channel, we have air above till almost 20k. I don't know when this wall could be hit, but it's around 19k or 20k, or it could go down in 13th or 12th. In my opinion, and it's simply a singular opinion of me, this is not based by any science, it's just my experience as someone who's done a lot of charting. In my opinion, it will go down. it won't hit the upper channel, channel line. It will go around here, around 18, and then it will go down. I don't think it will go down in the 13s. I really don't think so. I think 15,000 is a strong emotional barrier. A strong 15,000 is a strong number. I don't know if that makes any sense, because I'm German and English is my second language. But the logical barrier would have been 12,500, because it's 1/8 of 100,000. This would be the mathematical logical barrier. So 15,000 doesn't make any sense other than psychological. And I think it will go around the 15,000s, and then it will go up in the 20s. So a lot of gibberish and nothing much learned. We switch now the charts to I'll switch it here to ETH, USDC, USD, ETH, US dollar. We take this. We have a similar picture, but not as depressing or not as negative as Bitcoin. What I really find fascinating is how much ETH and Bitcoin are tied together. And if you see that here, this is I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. This is a very the market has not one opinion. This is really a fight from the bulls and the bears, from the ones who think it will go down and the ones who think it will go up. This is an undecided market. Undecided markets are always, you have an entry quote and an exit quote, which is quite in the area of the entry quote, and you have a lot of these small lines over. So in this day, it was traded between 15,800 and 17,200, but the entry point was 16,600 and the exit point was 16,400. So this is here you have a cross. A cross means the day ended like it started. This is a not very unique market. So this means nobody knows at the moment what to do, and nobody does anything. And this has an advantage and a disadvantage. The disadvantage is that you can move the markets with very small amounts of Bitcoin. So if a fictional person, perhaps someone who bought Twitter, has the opinion to dump all his Bitcoins, hell breaks loose, because there's not much volume in the market. There's not much volume that we see here. And usually the volume increases when it goes down. Then you see you have a lot of volume. Why does the volume increase when it goes down? Because a lot of stop losses are triggered. And a lot of buying orders are triggered. So you see here on this day, it goes down to around 17,200, and then the end course is around in the 18,500, which is a lot, because a lot of stops were triggered and a lot of buying orders were triggered. So this is quite typical when it goes down. But at the moment, nobody knows what to do. So thank you very much for listening. If you liked this, please subscribe the channel so we can go out and help even more people. Thank you for your time. This is Jens Krautscheid from Unfair Crypto Advantage. Thank you.
This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'll just tell you what worked for me, and you can do it at your own risk. You could lose everything you invest and more. Cause this is not financial advice. It's not financial advice.